What's up, y'all? I'm just a little disturbed. I just did that other video for y'all, talking about the same thing. Then I get on Instagram and I see that Tiffany Hadish is complaining about that skit. I heard about it. See, I never watched the skit, never saw it, but I did hear people talking about it, a couple weeks back or whatever. But I ain't paid no attention to it really. But when I seen that, and then when I seen it today with them talking about, because she's mad because she lost a lot of gigs behind that, and people in the comments are talking about it. So, it made me want to be like, well, what was it? What happened in the skit? So I'm watching it, and it truly is disgusting. If they were trying to bring awareness to the situation that's going on, the same thing I'm bringing awareness to, I kind of, what threw me for a loop is them playing that R. Kelly shit. Now, why y'all playing? I don't see nothing. My body is telling me no. I mean, my mind is telling me no, but my body is telling me yeah. This shit is just sick, bruh. It's sick. Ladies, please watch who you keeping your kids with. Them niggas, them granddaddies, them uncles. You even got women. If you know you got a home girl that got a bunch of different niggas in and out, or even her one, they don't even, because it only takes one. I told you guys, my baby daddy, that second one, I truly ain't no believe. I know that he was grooming my daughter. Go on you, all the signs of grooming is what he was doing. And I would even watch him. That's why I never left my child there with it that one time. And that's why it's something so crazy that in my spirit, I said, before this baby is born, I gotta get cameras in my house. Like, when I just think about this whole thing, it's like, I low-key felt something the whole time. I felt something, but I didn't know what it was. But as time went on, and to see how you just was taking interest in her, and you want to give candy. And I remember saying that stuff to him, like, cause he was like, I say, Nani, I'll buy you some candy, and he give dollars and stuff. Like, I mean, and I know that, when you first meet somebody's child, like even with girls, cause some women do that, you try to do a lot for the kid just to try to win over the parent. So it's like the lines get blurred. But I already told y'all in them other videos, based on everything that he presented that first week of us getting together, literally, you confessed all of this within the first week of me knowing you. Most people don't do that. You ain't telling people all that. So ever since that day, I started just paying attention, Then that one time I did, when we was getting out the car, he was like, you want me to carry her? And I didn't think nothing of it, but I pay attention to my daughter's reaction. Like, she looking like, nigga, I don't know you. Why are you carrying me? So I took her back, like, and I just watched how he, his placement with her. Like, he held her at that time, because she was 3. She was 3. And at that time, I held us, he ain't like, wasn't all up on her butt. His arm was, in a decent, position, not like you trying to feel her butt and stuff. But it's just the way he would, and I also know what he has been through, but I just saw sometimes how he would like just make weird like faces or something. Like, it's just like, and then we've gotten into arguments. Well, it wasn't even no arguments. I just be getting on his ass because he ain't really that argumentative unless we was over the phone. We got into it the day, which caused me to move. But it is confirmed. That's why you was grooming her, trying to get her comfortable with you buying stuff. You like, come here, sit Nani. Come, I got you some fries. I got you this. Buying her shit. Like, you buy me shit. Like I said, you took more interest. At one point, I was like, damn, nigga, you can do for the kids. You always making sure the kids good, but you can't make sure I'm good. Like, I mean, not that there's nothing wrong with you looking out for the kids, but it's like, damn, you more You more interested in the kids or something? It's just like certain things. And now that I think about it, you was definitely grooming my daughter. You was definitely, and that one time, I'm never gonna forget that. That one time, I had got her out the tub, and mind you, I don't play that. You can't come in the bathroom, like, you know, you say, Lonnie, you get undressed in the bathroom. If he was over there, because he didn't live with me, but if he was over there, he'd be in my room or whatever, I just closed my room door while, you know, I get her in the bathroom and stuff. And that one time, we had just came out the bathroom, and when I go in her room, I close the door, get her ready or whatever. And that day, that one day, he tried to just come in he knocked and then like kind of opened the door. I said, what the fuck are you doing? Like, get out. Like, you can't just come in here. And it's just so crazy because listening to the video of how they do, it was like you was it's like you was grooming her, trying to groom her, but trying to groom me too, because they say they try to do things in front of the parent to get them comfortable. So if I do this in front of you, and then that way if your mama not around and I do this, you won't think of it as a red flag. The child won't think that it's alarming. Just watching those videos on predator and signs of grooming really showed that, nigga, you was trying to groom my daughter. I'm never gonna forget that day. We was my daughter was standing on this is the bed right here. I'm sitting on the bed, the edge of the bed. He's standing up in front of me, and my daughter's standing right here in front of the bed. You know, just regular talking about. He did her shoulder like that. He was like, "Hey, Nani," or something like that. It's Nani like. And one thing about my daughter, she has her, because I told y'all in other videos, she got her own daddy. Like, she would be cool with him sometimes. She did want to play fight and like that. I even stopped that, like, because knowing that's another sign them niggas want to play fight with your kids and all that to make them comfortable. So be comfortable with touching and stuff. And especially after my mom said that time, like, he don't need to be play fighting with her. Like, I was like, all right, like, you know, it's just so many things. But to see this video, but yeah, that day that's what I'm saying. That day he did her shoulder like that. She was like, and I said, don't be doing that I said, don't be rubbing her shoulders. Don't be trying to groom her. He like, man, stop that. It's so many times, because I would say shit like that. And that's probably why he started really hating me. Like, how do this bitch know? Like, he knew I was on to him about so much stuff. I was on to that nigga about so much. And he would like, that's why I could thank nobody but God. And it was something, I swear, when the baby was about to be born, because I told y'all, I was like, I know he gonna be coming over more once the baby, because I ain't let him really see me during my pregnancy like that. Like, and the times that he would come over, say Lonnie was at her dad's house. But then after the times that, you know, we had got into stuff certain times, because you be trying to overstep your boundaries when you come over here. You be wanting to have say so and shit, and you don't run shit. You don't pay no bills in here. You don't get to tell my daughter nothing. She don't have to listen to you. You don't get to tell me about my parenting with my daughter, because you're not my husband. You're not my, you know, we move too fast. I don't, you know, yes, I'm having a baby with you, but like I said, I had a baby with a man I barely even know for real. And just thinking it was what it wasn't. The whole time you was really just trying to, like I said in one video about them, they prey on single mothers. And Wallow posted that video that day about that predators prey on single mothers. They prey. And it's even on YouTube, watching the video, an actual predator, like, the stuff is on here. If you really want true awareness and you really want to know something, and if your gut is telling you something that's off about anybody you leaving your child with, whether it be your boyfriend, the daddy of the child, the uncle, the aunties, if you getting something that's off, like, you pay attention to that shit. But I just started to realize, I'm like, nigga, you can't control me. So it's like, you want to move on to my daughter, and just the fact that we even had arguments, and it got to that point. That's why I was like, you can't come over here while she's here. So literally, even after the baby was born, it got to the point where I was like, you can't even. I don't like what you do. That one time we got into the argument, I forgot what even caused it really. Well, like I said, I was really the one arguing with him. He just be sitting there, because I just be cussing his ass out, going in on him. I put him out, like, you gotta go. Like, and that's why he don't say nothing, because he don't want to get his put out. He just be sitting there being quiet. But, because I remember saying, I said, me and my baby father will jump your ass, nigga. I said, we'll beat your ass together. Like, y'all know I'm a little toxic. Well, I was a little toxic. I'm still shaking that off. But just seeing this stuff, like, you know, it does bring awareness. Because that is how they be looking. To see the video, though, that just kind of, like, threw me off. Because they really do. Like, a normal, innocent kid just in underwear, you looking at that baby like that. And then gonna make the child, because he was naked, and then you gonna make it seem like the child looking at you, thinking the child is into you. Like, that's crazy. That mindset is crazy. And then, like, the R. Kelly song, my mind is telling me, no, my body's telling me, you're sick. You know, and that's why I always say about my baby daddy, nigga, you know right from wrong. I'm just glad that I put the distance in like I did. Like, and I swear that one day, I told y'all that one day that I did leave her there when I had to go to the doctor. This was after the baby was born. I left him there with the baby and with Ceylani, but I was watching the cameras the whole time, and I was on FaceTime with Ceylani too. But when I got off of FaceTime with her, because when the doctor came in the room, I got off of FaceTime, but I was watching on the cameras. Like, and she was just still sitting on the couch. He was in the room with the baby. So I'm glad the baby was, you know, crying and fussy and stuff, giving him hard times. But I was watching anyway. And I always ask it on him, did Dominique ever touch you? Did he, you know, did he touch her? Y'all know I told y'all I say the real things and tell her. She'd be like, no. Like, and I even asked her about her own dad. Like, but it's just sad that this is what be going on, bruh. And that's why even with her dad, you got this girl. I don't know this girl. Because it don't even got to just be a man. Look how many women. Look on the pedophile list in your city. It's plenty women on it. Look how many boys talk about they was molested by a woman. Look at the movie Precious. And that's why part of me with the Skit is like, I mean, if they did that movie like that with Precious, but I think Precious wasn't an actual child. Yeah, she wasn't an actual child in the movie. She played that position, but this was an actual child in this Skit. You know, we just got to be careful who we leaving our children with, y'all. What have I been telling y'all about? What have I just talked about in the last video? We really got to be careful, bruh, because their lifeline, their mental health is on the line. Just trying to get a little break, it ain't worth it. We all need a break. And at this point, I want to say leave it with somebody you truly trust, but that's the problem. The person that you think you truly trust is the person who does it. It's almost like at this point, you're better off putting your child in a daycare with nobody who do know them on that personal tip, who, you know, but then they get to pinching your kids and all of that shit. It's just crazy. And that's why I'm in this predicament I'm in now, where it's just me and my kids. Like, I can't fade leaving my kid with nobody. Even when she would go over her nana house, my 6-year-old, you know, and she got a new boyfriend. She got a boyfriend. I'm like, do he be? Because then she got a new boyfriend. And so even the grandmothers, their boyfriends and their husbands, like, you just got to be careful that I used to just question her and stuff. And I tell her before you go, like, her boyfriend, you ain't to be left there with him. You tell mommy. Ain't no secrets with us. No secrets. I seen someone do in the comments that was on that Krishan video that I was been telling y'all about. Talking about something they needed, just some family business is sacred. No, it's not. And this is why the shit is going on what's going on now, because y'all keep talking about this shit is sacred. And that's what y'all were taught, that it's sacred. It's a secret. No, like the Tiffany Hadish video. We have a don't ask, don't tell something policy that they said. Don't ask, don't tell policy. I teach my daughter, ain't no fucking secrets. You tell mommy everything. We are best friends. You tell me everything. No secrets. And it's just sad, bro. It's sad that they really be trying to silence this shit and water it down. and then wonder why everybody is fucked up in the world. Because it's far too common. It's far too common. Y'all need to really go watch some videos on here. Any mother, you need to watch the videos on the signs of grooming. Even seeing some of the mothers in those comments, they said, I gotta, and like, the Bible study at church, the Bible study teachers, the pastors, the people you think is safe. Oh, it's church. But I be talking about what this church, this Christianity, church has screwed a lot of us. A lot of us. You don't put your faith in nobody. You don't trust nobody when it comes to your kids. You know. I just still can't believe that nigga, bruh. You really, and that's why you be talking about you dark. I never understood it. I'm like, nigga, you keep talking about you dark. Duh, you black as shit. You know, you dark skin, you chocolate. I like chocolate, guys. But I'm like, you chocolate. Like, you're, he like, nah, you don't get it. That's what you was saying. You a demon for real. There's so many things that nigga would say. I'm like, and to me, it was about the gay shit. Like, nigga, I was like, you gay. Like, not that it's, like I said, not that I have a problem with gay people, but I don't like niggas on the down low. And I did that other video about why I hate niggas on the down low. Because, you know, my cousins both dead because of niggas. Well, one of them did because of a nigga that was on the down low. His boyfriend was on the down low. You got my cousin shot up 27 times, bruh. 26 times. Because you on the down low and he was leaving you, and you thought he probably was gonna snitch. On top of everything else my cousin had been through. These niggas nasty. And this video's on here with actually predators telling you the mind of a predator. I'm about to actually sit here and watch this shit. It's so funny how that popped up right after I just did this video. God wants me. That's why God need me. I remember that one video with my prophetic word girl. She said, God needs you. He needs you. Nobody else could get the job done. You the one. You the one that's gonna speak up. You the one that you don't care who feelings you gonna hurt. That's why he need me. He loved me for being as raw as I am. He loved that rawness in me. Because he need me. He needed me. One that ain't afraid to speak up. One that's not gonna water it down to make you feel good. These pedophiles about to get exposed. They're getting exposed in this season. Make them real uncomfortable. Make them so uncomfortable that they stop doing it. What was done in the dark comes to light. Like I said in that last video, God saw it all. You think you under the covers. You think you hiding behind the newspaper like they in that video. You think God don't see you looking at that little boy like that. That's why I told y'all. Y'all think that they don't be doing it. Look at the little boys. It's not just the girls. You need to watch her boys too. We be thinking, oh, my son good. You know how we do with the sons. We think the son's good, the boy's good. Nah. They see it. Some of them have preference with boys. And that's why I don't like Cardi B. That's why I stopped following her. That day, I seen her post that cryptic shit. She posted the sign. She drew her food in a symbol. It was like a triangle or something like that. I'm sure it's on here. What she did. She put ketchup on a cookie or something like that. And that's the pedophile. That's the sign for liking little boys. These people, that's why half of these damn celebrities are demonic. And I looked it up. Because y'all know I'm a researcher. I will look some shit up for myself and put two and two together. And I looked it up, and the sign of what they do when they like little boys, like I said, these traffickers and these high elites who got the money to do that stuff, they can't flat out say, yeah, bring me one of them. They have to give signs. That's how they get the signs to know who, when they when they doing the exchange and they scouting, they use symbols to tell the person who gonna go look for them, they victim, what they like. All of this shit. I'm gonna see if I can look it up. Just reading them, they shower them with gifts. That's why I be saying with my baby daddy after a while, I'm like, nigga, it's like you cater more to the kid. I mean, he do stuff for me too, but I'm like, even on Christmas, that's what I really just was getting turned off with you. I'm like, you got shit for the kids. Where's my shit? You gonna give me my Christmas gift late, nigga? But then you think you gonna get some pussy from me on Christmas, nigga? You get to no pussy. You going home. He was mad as shit I sent his ass home after everybody left. Nigga, you going home too. What you thought you was spending the night? You got to spend the night last night so you can open up gifts in the morning because it's your daughter's first Christmas. But don't get it misconstrued, my nigga. And yeah, I entertained you a little bit just so you ain't feel a type of way. Because I wasn't trying to make him feel, bad in front of my baby daddy. Like when he made me sick, because he was, you know how niggas be in that competition shit. When my other baby father came over, he was there for some hours or whatever. And when we was out there, we took some family, the family pictures with the pajamas on and stuff. And then he made me sit on his lap, and I didn't want to embarrass him in front of my other baby father. So I just sat on his lap. But nigga, we ain't good like that. Like, you ain't got my damn Christmas gift. On top of all the other shit that you just ain't been stepping up to the plate. And then you gonna come in here with no Christmas gift for me. Yeah, you came with the kids stuff, but I don't give a damn about what you got to say. Where is mine? You don't get to get my gift of 5 days later. But you think you're gonna get pussy tonight? That's not how that works. You get your pussy when I get my gift. No. And I sent his ass home once because his stepfather and his wife came over, bought the kids some gifts. And right after they left, nigga, I sent his ass on home too. Deuces in your Christmas pajamas. Like, this ain't that. I ain't gonna embarrass you in front of everybody. But once we get back to outside, once we get back alone, nigga, you out of here. And you wanna fake sick on Christmas? That shit that narcissists do. Wanna ruin shit for Christmas. Wanna ruin holidays and stuff, pretending to be sick. Reading about this shit and watching these videos on how these narcissists work, on how these mind games that they do, it just makes shit make sense. Like, y'all will pretend every occasion something gotta be wrong, but on a regular day you fine. When everybody leave, all of a sudden you feeling better again, but you was acting sick the whole day. You was just, yeah. But these are a couple. But it was saying in this other one right here. I mean, it's all on here, y'all. I ain't about to make this video too long. I'm about to go get in the shower and actually get on here and watch some of these videos because I just want to be A1 with this shit. One thing about it is I'll never bring no more men around my kids. This other girl said in the comments the other day because of the same thing. That's why she's single and just her and her kids, and that's exactly how I feel. That's it. Ain't no man. And if I ever do decide I want to start dating again, it'll be a long time. It has to be, you won't be meeting my kids. When we get engaged is when you'll be meeting my kids. You don't need to meet my kids. You don't need to meet my kids at all, sweetie. And I just want y'all to just really protect your boys and your girls. Because we wonder why these same men out here can't love us properly. Why they talking about they fighting demons. Why they dropping out of school at 16. Dropping out of school in freshman year. We wonder why they acting out in school. They don't act out for no reason. They're not acting out for no reason. They're not. Even once I told my mom about my molestation, she said, wow, okay, that explains why you was doing everything you were doing. I didn't know. Y'all know I still didn't. I knew what happened with me and the little boy. I always say little boy because I'm grown now, but at the time we was around the same age. But I knew what we had done, but I just thought that it was normal. It was until I got with this second baby daddy and we'd be talking about certain stuff. We'd be on the phone for hours and just be talking about certain shit. But I never even had told him. I'm just thinking like, this is what go on. He telling me what, you know, what they used to do in the hood. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And I told y'all, see, I didn't post that video yet, but maybe I'll post it. Hopefully I can find it. But telling him like how we used to do, my cousins, my friends, the games we play, all of this stuff. I'm like, God is the one that revealed to me that, no, baby, that wasn't normal. That wasn't normal. And so I asked him, like, God, was I molested? Like, you know, I mean, I know the boy used to make me give him head, like, and I wonder why and I told y'all in that molestation video, like, I wondered why I was like a head person like that. Like, not like I was just going around the town sucking everybody's dicks. Not like that. Like, I wasn't sucking dick behind the stairwells at school. None of that. But why I felt like I had to give head. Like, because that's what I felt at that young age. And it's just like when I think about like everything, I was doing stuff way before my friends, especially when I moved to the sub. When we moved to where my mom lives now, like, cause we moved there when I was 8. We moved there. I was about to turn 9, and we moved there that summer before I started 4th grade. And I was wondering why, like, I was so fast, like, with my boyfriend, like, because I had been doing that shit. I've been sexual. But I told y'all about that in the molestation video, so y'all just probably have to go watch that. But, y'all, I was like, I just can't believe this. But thinking it's normal because everybody around you was doing it. Everybody's playing these games. All this, like, sex was just introduced so early. Where I'm from, playing all the games we play, these truth or dares, spin the bottle. I'm glad that I'm low-key glad that the new age kids don't do half the shit that we do. I'm kind of glad that they, in a way, the iPads and stuff is detrimental because they watching shit on there. They don't play outside like they used to. I'm kind of glad because we was outside everywhere and doing everything outside. Okay, you know, but what they did in that video, they crossed the line putting the R. Kelly songs on there. Come on now. Like, it does bring awareness, but I do think that, I don't know, because technically, even with Tiffany Hadish, that's how you could tell maybe it kind of was like a skit because she's showing that that's what mothers be doing. I want to go out to the club. But I be telling y'all about that one girl I be watching. I ain't even gonna lie, I'm about to talk about her again. Because yesterday, it's a Tuesday night, sis. Why are you out? You got this nigga in your car. Who is he? You turned up. It's a Tuesday night. Where's your daughter? Even if she is with the grandmother or with you're her mom. She lives with you. You're her mom. You should be at home tucking her and read her a bedtime story. You should be at home. And this is why stuff be happening. Because we got our child left with this person. We might think they safe. But then, what if she with grandma? I'm not talking about this girl, but any of us. What if, okay, I did take her with grandma. Look at how many cases. Even me and my mom was talking about that with the guy, the young dude at her job that was trying to talk to her. His daughter, the grandmother, his baby mama's boyfriend. No, that was a lot. But it's just too common. Like, me and my mom talked about that. And she said that the child would go over to grandma's house, but her new husband lived there, and he didn't molest it. He was touching on the granddaughter. So, you know, I'm just saying, it's just too much, y'all. Like, when does it stop? How has the devil gotten into so many souls? Like, that's why I say the whole agenda is to attack the children while they're young. Because if you attack them while they're young, look at what I was just telling you about Krishan and Blueface family. What was I just saying? All of them, all 12 plus the 9, because out of the 12, I told y'all the oldest sister of the 12, she had 9 kids. Look at them all scattered out in different foster homes, different families. And all of the 12 children, most of them been in jail. One in jail right now. I looked on the dude page. He posted his sister today because it's his birthday today. And his sister called him from jail, wish him happy birthday and stuff. And she got the nerve to say, remember, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Girl, shut the fuck up. This is what I'm saying. I don't like that damn scripture no more. You even got the wicked saying that shit. Fuck out of here. Y'all secret keeping ass motherfuckers, because all these family secrets in there. He be drinking and stuff. This is why everybody be drink, go, drink. Let me drink the pain away. That's not going to erase what you did that night, what you did that morning, what you did under the covers. Be real with yourself and be real with God. And if you know you did it, and if you truly coming from a genuine place, a true place of, I did this and did not know what I was doing because it was done to me, and I'll never do it again. If you coming from that place and you ask God to forgive you and you repent for your sins and will do better, you won't have that guilt. Feel like you got to drink away the pain, smoke away the pain. You know, look at what it does. You damage the kids while they're young. Look at the ripple effect it has. It stick with you forever. Looking at how China, she's 42. It's like she's still stuck in that young state of mind, because we be still stuck. Hurt from operating from that little girl, that little boy that was not protected. Still in fight or flight mode from then. Still living out that. You know. And it's just really sad. It's truly sad. But that's the agenda. Because if you attack the children, you ruin the population for life. Once those things happen to you, you'll never be the same unless you get true help. And even with that, the damage is done. Then you can heal. But just like a shattered glass, the glass can shatter. You put it back together. Yeah, you can see through it again. But nonetheless, the cracks are still in it. It ain't gonna be that same clear picture that it once was, you know. It's just, you ain't gonna be able to, it's just, I'm sorry if y'all heard my daughter snoring the whole time. But this is just, it irritates me. Like, it got to be another way, baby. But this is all a part of the scheme. The devil is winning out here. But nigga, like I say, I'm a demon slayer. I don't battle demons. I slay them. Slaying them. We slay Goliath. Okay. You know, but y'all protect y'all babies. Those night outs, shaking ass, smoking hookah, you'll be able to do that again. Do it from the house. Be careful about these men y'all lay up with. Be careful about these girls too. Men too. You think you trust all these different girls. You don't know where they come from. You don't know what they've been through. All girls ain't innocent. And that's why I told my baby daddy that first one, like, nigga, you got a bitch that I don't know. giving my daughter a bath, and then what was just going on in this Tiffany Hadish video with the bath scene. I don't know how that bitch looking at my daughter. I don't know if she washing my daughter up while her son watching. I don't know what's going on. I don't even like nobody, because I wash my daughter a certain way. I don't even know if she know how to properly wash her own coochie. She don't need to wash my daughter coochie. I don't give my daughter bubble baths. She got to take regular baths. Like I told y'all in that hygiene video that I did, like, the same way I am with my stuff is the same way I am with my kids. We gonna use a different washcloth every time. Like, that bitch don't know my protocol. Do she even know the protocol that I told you, sir? Because one thing about with my baby daddy, that first one, I ain't telling him, like, use a different rag on her. You know the protocol. We used to live together, and you know. And don't, yeah, this is my baby. Yes, it's our baby, but this is mine. She's mine. And most of these damn girls don't know how to properly wash their damn coochie anyway. You don't need to be touching my daughter. Like, how do you even think that that's okay to be washing up another woman's child? You never even met her, never even talked to her, except when you call yourself texting my phone to check me about texting my own baby daddy. Nigga that be trying to play both sides. Bitch, please. That's how I know I ain't still on the other hand. Part of me is just like, but part of me I feel get amped up, like, bitch, I really want to smoke again. Like, and I know that's why everything happens for a reason. It was a reason I was living an hour away at that time, because had I been living at Baltimore at that time, I would have pulled up with my baby daddy. They would have been calling police on me again. So, bitch, don't text my phone. I ain't that one. You better check that nigga. Check them niggas. And that's for all you ladies watching this. Stop getting mad at the other woman. Check that nigga. Because he only do what you allow. You checking a girl. You mad at the girl. Okay, you gonna cuss her out. You gonna fight her. And then he gonna go and do the same thing with another one. And you gonna keep fucking fighting and cussing out every girl and all that. No, check the nigga. Check your nigga. That's the problem. Protecting these niggas. And then look what they doing. But I just tell y'all that Krishan Mother video. You protecting a nigga who fucking you up and fucking on your kids. But yeah, you protecting them. And that's why I agree with that girl speaking out. That's the problem. That's why she spoke out and told her story during the whole thing. Because she trying to figure out how y'all protecting this man. And that's another thing. Why all these niggas, because they say they call him man. Why all these niggas name be man? My stepfather was nicknamed Lil Man. Like, grow up. Y'all grown ass men. Fuck out of here. Y'all don't even act like men. Act like some little ass boys. Still operating from hurt little boys too. Calling his ass man. Some damn Lil Man. But that's what started the whole thing. Because Krishan said that's the same daddy that abused my mama and stuff like that. She haven't forgiven her father. You know, he probably touched on her too. Who knows? These niggas don't, some of these daddies is nasty. That's why it's like, who can you trust? And the ones you think you trust, they be the #1 opposition. So, yeah, y'all, you know, that's what started with her coming out with saying that the dad molested her, the stepdad molested her, because she said, how y'all protecting a man that molested me? He needed it, because she basically said he needed to get knocked the fuck out by somebody. He really need more than that. Sometimes I feel like as black people, we confuse forgiving with rekindling. We feel like to forgive means you have to rekindle it too. And that's not that. This ain't that. And you don't get to rush to forgiveness. It takes, you don't, that's what I was saying with the girl, with the same situation with her daughter. Her daughter feels the type of way towards China because whatever happened. And just because one child is over and forgive mommy right now, doesn't mean the other one is ready to. You can't rush nobody's process. You can't rush her process. You know what I'm saying? You cannot rush nobody's healing process. They choose when they ready to truly forgive. Ain't no time limit on forgiveness. All them years of hurt. Okay, then it might take years to get to a place where you can understand what really happened, or get to a place of forgiveness. You can't rush nobody's process. You can't tell somebody just let that shit go. Because it took years for some people. A lot of us. It took years of pain. It took years. They went through years of pain. And you think in 1 year, 6 months, 1 month, just because the relationship over, that you can just be ready to just forgive and just throw it all away. You can't rush nobody's process. That's between God and that person. Yes, God says to forgive, but he didn't say, oh, this is how long you have to forgive. No, it didn't work like that. You know, so this stuff just saddens me. You know, I just can't believe half of this stuff. I still sometimes don't be wanting to believe it about my second baby daddy. Like I think a lot of women do, and that's why they be pacifying these niggas and still staying with them, because they like, nah, he wouldn't do that. Nah, not him. But some of them be seeing the shit, but just like me, the things I've saw, but because nothing actually occurred. And that's the thing, and that's what I was trying to tell my mom that day. And that's how, even when you go to the police with the domestic violence, I said that in another video, just because it didn't happen yet, don't mean what I'm saying is not true. Don't mean the things I've observed isn't what it is. Like, she tried to downplay as if I didn't, when I was telling her I think he was trying to groom Ceylani, like, just because he didn't have to attack yet. That's the problem. America make you feel like, okay, well, when they actually attack, that's when we'll do something. Look at the domestic violence that be going on. These dudes actually have to do something to you first. Can't have no warnings. If it's just a little threat, and you gotta actually do something first. And that's the problem. It's like you have to let the devil get to you first. I want to prevent the devil from getting to me. I want to prevent the devil from getting to my kid. And that's why I packed up our shit and we got the fuck out of there. Because at this point, I don't even trust you around your own daughter. And it's just the way, what made me think, just the ways he used to like compare. It's like you was literally in competition with my daughter, like, and trying to put her and her sister against each other. And she just a fucking baby. And you just mad because my daughter wasn't taking interest in you like that. There's certain shit he would say, or like, he be like, my baby, and talking about his daughter, like, cause I'm the son, like, just shit. I'm the best father, and you know, with Ceylani, that would make her be like, no, my daddy, like, I love my daddy. And then if she say anything about her daddy, then he try to be like, with his daughter, he'd be like, I love you. Like, it's just the little shit, and I didn't like that. And that's exactly why I stopped you coming around. You couldn't even come around. You could see your daughter on the days that my daughter is with her dad. So every other weekend when she go with her dad, that's when you can see your daughter. That's why we was, before all of this happened, it was on an every 2-week basis. You get to come over here. And if you come over here during the week, you can't spend a night. Like, even that, I stopped letting his ass come. I literally started getting stricter and stricter. And that's why I think he was going to get to that point where he was going to try to kill me. Because he felt it. Like, listening to these fucking videos on the signs of an obsessed lover, on the signs of grooming, all these damn videos. I'm like, we was literally at the final stage of the obsessed lover stage, where they feel like, fuck, I've lost her. Like she's getting away. He saw the boundaries I was putting in place. And that nigga was really gonna try to kill me that day. Wow. I still don't want to even believe that. Like, part of me just like, nah. I know, I be thinking about the good times, like the good things he say, the times when he's having his good side. But you can't forget what you say, those other things that you say. And we don't even gotta be beefing and you say some weird shit. That shit is weird. All the shit, I told y'all in my videos yesterday, all that weird, nasty shit. You be talking and saying that shit about other dudes, like you be so insecure, so you're weird, bruh. That shit, he was weird. And them schizophrenic motherfuckers be delusional, and they might really be thinking, that's what I'm saying, with that delusion, you probably, just like that Tiffany Hadish video they did, you probably be thinking, oh, she looking at me, she like my muscular body up here, she like me in these nice big, you know how them hood niggas be always wearing a wife beaters and shit, like muscles, and he be doing his push-ups in the room, doing his push-ups. You probably like, she likes how I'm working out, and right, and she'll do push-ups. He would be doing push-ups. They'll do push-ups together, and it's like sad that things that you would just, that would be normal things that a parent do, especially like men. You know, and it's sad that you gotta be careful with that. What seems innocent, look at the video with Tiffany Hadish. What seemed innocent, the little boy playing toys, he done turned it into some pervert shit. Like, it's like my daughter, she like, and that's what I'm saying, I'm not gonna make my kids feel uncomfortable for no nigga. My daughter, we don't wear panties in it. I mean, we don't wear pants in the house. We just wear our big t-shirts, our t-shirt, and wear our panties. Or my daughter will just wear her pajama dress. But when you over there and like put some shorts on, you know, put some pants on, and I don't want to have to make my daughter uncomfortable in her own home for no nigga. So yeah, you the one that gotta go. You know, and that's where I think he really was getting upset, because like he see that any little thing, I zap him over. If anything with my daughter, and that's why he said that day when I said, well, if you, because I told y'all in that grooming video what he said, that he tried to say my daughter, my big daughter, stuck her tongue in my little baby mouth. I'm like, well, I understand, well, if you saw that, why you ain't say nothing? Because I know how you are, this, that, and that. Yeah, because you know I be zapping over on your ass if you try to play with my daughter. You know you ain't see no shit like that. Like, what you saw, and that's what I'm saying, like, she might have stuck her tongue out, because I seen her stick her tongue out, like in her face. She was a baby, like, the new baby too, just in her face, doing stuff, like, just like she picked with her now. She be fucking with her now. And I'm like, but she don't stick her tongue in her mouth. She don't do none of that weird shit like that. But your brain, that delusion you have, that pedophilia in you, you saw it as something different. You saw it as a sexual act. You saw it as probably what you wanted to do to them with your creep ass. Because I've seen her do that, stick her tongue in her face. When I know exactly what he's talking about that day when he talking about he saw it. Because then I'm like, well, where did you? I told y'all in that video. I'm like, well, where was I at? I don't know. You probably was in the kitchen or the living room. Because nigga, you don't be left with my kids. So stop acting like you something. Like, stop acting like this was that. This ain't that. I said, so where was I? Because you don't be left with the kids. You might get left with your daughter if I literally run to the store, just like in the Tiffany Hadish video. That's all it takes is a run to the store. And it's like, damn, I can't even run to the store. But one thing about it is I would take my big daughter with me, but it made me think like, damn, would you be able? But one thing about it is I would watch them on the damn cameras, because my baby be crying and stuff all the time. Like, even when she had got to that point with him, was she crying? Like, because you be gone every 2 weeks, like, so she don't fucking know your ass no more. Like, she still knew him. She still knew that was her dad. But I definitely be on them cameras, like, and it's so funny that it was on my heart to get them cameras before the baby came. Like, it wasn't only just to watch the baby, because I put a camera in my room, living room, and in my daughter's room. These niggas are nasty. Watch these niggas around your kids, bruh. watch everybody around your kids. When it come to your kids, you got to look at everybody. Like, yeah, anybody's capable of doing anything, you know. But most times, like, you trust the grandmamas and stuff like that. But it's their boyfriends and husbands that you got to be watching out. So, but like I said, some women be with the get down. They be the ones bringing the kids back for the husband. You'll know. Look how many cases be going on. These women be knowing their husbands got these pads and got this thing that they didn't been through with that molestation situations with kids, and they'll still have daycare centers in their house and bring other kids over and all of that crazy stuff. I didn't mean to make this video this long, but a mix of talking about this stuff and then talking about my own situation and talking about Krishan stuff, and it's just not ironic how it all is to the forefront. I really just hate it. I still be hating to think that, but I know what I know. And I know you was on that. And that's why God, like that girl said the other day, you was sleeping with a killer. And all I can think about is when he would say that dark shit. He would say he was dark. And you wasn't just talking about from getting no body. You was just talking about you was demonically possessed, because you are. Just a horn bag. You fucking nasty niggas. I can't believe that shit, bro. But I'm tired, y'all. I'm gonna go get in the shower and get in a bed. I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.